Hi everyone, am I visible?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Hi, Harshit. What happened
hello sir.
to your forehead?
Yeah, so I have a small cut here.
Oh,
Nothing.
okay. Great to first of all, really awesome to see that you got a 780 score in your first attempt
Thank you,
with
sir.
6 weeks of preparation.
Thank you.
It's one of the most awesome pieces of news I've definitely heard in a long time with the time that you had actually. So how does it feel and what your journey was like? Just tell everyone.
Sure. So it's definitely a little overwhelming even now, although it's been like 3-4 days. And I started preparing from Jan 1. And I had to take 2 weeks off in the middle as well. So I wasn't able to give that much time. But because I had to apply for deferred admissions, so I decided to give all that I had to it. And I put in 6 weeks and I followed the curriculum that was provided. I stuck to the study plan that was provided. I focused on making sure that the coursework that was given, I did it very diligently. And then moved on to practice and my mock scores started to improve. And when I thought that I was in a position to go for it, I went for it and I got a good score.
And on the test day, did you find anything unusual, anything like that at
Right.
all?
So I'd say, sir, that the questions were, of course, different, but they were still familiar in the sense that there was a concept base that had been prepared, and on the basis of that, I could approach questions without being confused of what is to be done. Right. So the starting 10 seconds didn't seem like a waste of time because I already knew how to jump into the question. Although I did feel a little that the exam was slightly, a few questions were slightly more difficult maybe than the mocks at least, but
Right.
I'd done the 700 800 PDF also that you suggested, and I think that also helped a lot. So it wasn't nothing new as such. It was easy
Okay.
to go ahead with it. CR was one area, that was the area where I was making the most amount of mistakes. And because CR was very unfamiliar to me as well, but I went through all of your videos and the approach became very mathematical for me. So when I look at a CR problem now, I myself, subconsciously analyze the argument and I think of the premise to the conclusion, the crux of the argument. And if it's an assumption, then automatically the various B does not lead to C and B does not lead to A, C does not lead to B, stuff like that. All of those things automatically kick in. So I think that got built into my subconscious. That really helped. So I think for CR, all of the techniques that you've taught, assumption negation is there. Let's say for evaluation as well, that there should be two stems that lead to a yes answer and a no answer. All of these things, they made it very clear in terms of what is actually supposed to be done for that question. So that was one that really helped me out. For SC as well, sir. So SC is something which is very sometimes rule oriented and also it requires meaning clarity, right? I think these are the two mixes of things that would be required. And the two PPTs that you've given, they are a total of 500 slides. And those alone took me 1 week out of my 6 weeks of prep to just go through them. But those really helped me with my SC accuracy. So SC, I'd credit everything to just those PPTs. So that was that for, yeah.
All right. And RC?
So RC Octave was something that I had, tried to understand very properly from your videos. I used Octave in whatever I was practicing. I was using it from your 700, 800 PDF, which has all the solutions using Octave. That should be enough for you to understand the passage. After that, it's all about verifying.
Right.
And that really worked for me in RC.
And quant?
So I went through all of your videos. I felt that it was necessary for me to know every single basic concept so that I don't make mistakes where it's not required in the first place, right? If I make a very stupid mistake in a concept of percentage just because I didn't watch a particular video, that does not make sense for anyone, right? I did all the pre-work, I watched all of the videos, and I did all of those very properly. And I gave a lot of time to analyze them as well. One thing, sir, that I'd say is that the 700, 800 PDFs, the level of the questions is very good in the sense that once you've done those questions, everything else seems like a piece of cake, to be very honest. So that really helped me out. And in fact, after doing that, the only mistakes that I was making were silly mistakes, which were the ones that I needed to avoid.
Right. So just for everybody's information, Harshit was part of the self-paced program and he's turning 21 tomorrow. So happy birthday in advance as well.
Thank you, sir.
And one thing that I was stunned by is your enhanced score report reading RC and CR both 100%.
Right.
and quant you made only one mistake in the entire paper. So take us through that. That did you really feel, because that was an extraordinary piece of, let's say, whenever I see something in verbal, even one section 100%, it really is elating in many ways, and especially when you said CR in the beginning wasn't clicking as well.
Right.
Right. Okay. Great, Harshit. Thank you for your presence, and
Thank you.
really
Thank
all
you
the
so much.
best. And you're busy tomorrow. Already you said that. So
Thank you.
take care. All right. And absolutely splendid achievement. We are all very happy and proud, and
Thank you, sir.
so
Thank
are
you so
you.
much.